The subconscious is where your memories, beliefs, and traumas are all stored, and it holds the key to addiction, your physical health, and even the kinds of people that you attract into your life. My name's Fairy, and I'm going to help you understand this mysterious part of your brain. People think of the subconscious as this scary, mysterious place. Hello? But it really isn't once you get to know about it. So let's start with the difference between the conscious and the subconscious mind. Your conscious mind is predominantly ruled by logic, and it's where your short-term memory and your most forefront thoughts happen. At any given moment, we actually only function about 5 to 10% from our conscious mind and 90 to 95% from our subconscious mind. So it's incredibly important for us to learn what the deal is with our subconscious mind when so much of our brain power is going towards it. The subconscious mind is ruled by emotions, and it's where all of your memories are stored. It also houses your habits, your muscle memory, your limiting beliefs, and all of your traumas. The majority of your subconscious mind is formed by the time that you're 7 years old, but it's ever evolving. The subconscious mind can be even further broken down into the unconscious mind. While the subconscious can be a little bit more easily tapped into by quieting the conscious mind, the unconscious is a little bit harder to access. And that's where things like memories that are just so traumatic that your brain thinks you can't handle it if you ever gained access to it get stored in your unconscious mind. You have a complete mental block to those. Your unconscious also has control of the autonomic nervous system, which regulates body temperature, heartbeat, hormone function, and your immune system. And while the unconscious mind might be harder to gain access to, you actually can gain control of all of these systems through the power of your mind, through things like the Wim Hof Method and hypnosis. Some mental illnesses are explained purely by having a chemical imbalance in the brain, but that's not the full story. There is always a reason for that chemical imbalance, and sometimes that reason can be memories stored in your subconscious mind. It might be due to a childhood memory that's so traumatic that your brain has stored it in your unconscious and you're not even cognizantly aware that the reason why you have this clinical depression is because of something that happened in your childhood that you haven't yet emotionally healed from. Or it might be something you're completely aware of, like let's say as a kid you lived in foster care, and as an adult you've consciously become completely at peace with that memory, but the subconscious mind is ruled by emotions, not logic. So until you actually heal the emotional trauma that caused your childhood self, it might still have left a scar in your brain that indirectly is causing the chemical imbalance in your brain and can cause things like depression or bipolar disorder. For this reason, addiction also has its root in the subconscious mind. And this can be an addiction to anything, to drugs, to food, gambling, even people. Addictions are always a coping mechanism to fill a void that's in your heart, and that heart might be caused by a trauma that's stored in your subconscious mind. And so in order to deal with it, you turn to these addictions that give you a dopamine boost to, again, appease a chemical imbalance in your brain. And logically, you might have no clue that the reason why you're addicted to cigarettes is because of something that happened in your childhood, that the rush of dopamine kind of blunts the effect that it's having on your subconscious mind. Even some physical ailments like fibromyalgia, chronic fatigue syndrome, unexplained nausea, vertigo, headaches, or autoimmune diseases, amongst many other physical ailments, can be caused by PTSD that's stored in the brain. Because the unconscious mind affects the autonomic nervous system, PTSD can indirectly cause a chain reaction that affects your physical health. This is the same reason why acne can be caused by stress. So if you have acne that you've tried everything under the moon for and you can't figure out what seems to be causing it, it may be caused to memories stored in your subconscious mind. And until you heal those emotional wounds, your chronic acne is not going to go away. The subconscious mind is also how the placebo effect works. When drug manufacturers are testing out a new drug to help an ailment, they have to test it against a placebo, because simply by telling someone that a sugar pill is going to help their ailment actually will help the ailment purely through the power of their mind. We can actually harness this ability and directly control the autonomic nervous system through the power of our mind. And I have no clue why more people aren't using the placebo effect in their day-to-day life. Why are people trying to find drugs that can outweigh the benefit of the placebo rather than leaning into the placebo and seeing what else we can do with this when we actually try and use it to our advantage? It's So you can be that person if you want to, and through videos like this, learn how you can actually harness the placebo effect to positively impact your life in numerous ways. Our environment that we grow up in plays a big role in writing our subconscious beliefs. So if you grew up in a society where white people have privilege, you subconsciously could have a racist bias against black people or other races, without even realizing that you have some racist tendencies. Also, if you have a big emotional reaction over something that doesn't warrant it, it's because it's linked to a memory in the past that you haven't emotionally healed from. I have an entire video on this topic about how to get to the root of your emotions, which I'll link in the description and right up here. But in order to prevent this in the first place, anytime you don't allow yourself to feel and express your emotions, you're just pushing it down into your subconscious mind so that later you can have a big emotional reaction over something that doesn't warrant it. So it's important for you to express your emotions when they come up and release them. Your romantic attachment styles are also rooted in your subconscious beliefs. And so if you've ever wondered why you keep attracting the same kind of person over and over and over again into your life, even if it's not something that you've ever consciously wanted to seek out, it's due to your subconscious beliefs. You know how when you're dating someone, one of the first things that you suss out is whether or not you vibe? And it's not something that you can put into words or explain. It's not something that you can tell from someone's Bumble bio whether or not you're really gonna vibe in real life. It's just something that you feel. But what does vibe really mean? It means vibrate. You guys vibrate at the same frequency. Your brains work on the same wavelength. And this is determined by, you guessed it, your subconscious mind. How long were you like that? Are you kidding me? That was back there that entire time. These are the joys of filming. If you're constantly saying that men are trash, you're going to attract trash men into your life. And if your emotionally unavailable parents gave you an insecure attachment style, you're constantly going to be attracted to emotionally unavailable people. It's great. I love it. I love that so much. And while that's not something that you ever seek out, it just so happens to be your type. Because even if on the first date you have zero hints that they're emotionally unavailable, you guys are working on the same vibes. You guys vibe at the same frequency, and so your subconscious brain is like, boop, 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 boop. Oh, you there, Mr. Emotionally Unavailable? It seems like we're matching up on the same frequency. I'm attracted to that. And he's like, hey, this one over here's got some attachment issues. I'm attracted to that, so that I can then go run away later once I get scared. I don't know. It's a lot of fun. You can heal it, but it's a lot of fun in the meantime. Oh God, I love it. And this goes beyond what kind of people you attract into your life. If your subconscious mind is riddled full of fears and limiting beliefs, it'll lower your overall vibration. And I know this is getting kind of woo-woo, but if you know anything about the law of attraction, you have to be at a high vibration to attract and manifest the things that you want into your life. And so if unconsciously you're not even aware that you have all of these limiting beliefs in your mind, you're going to unintentionally manifest negative things into your life. And so if you seem to be a chronically just unlucky person, that might be the reason why you're attracting these things into your life, because of traumas and beliefs that are stored in your subconscious mind. The subconscious is also where you go when you sleep, so if you're constantly riddled full of nightmares, it could be because your mind is filing through all of your terrible memories that you had and projecting them in dream form to you as you sleep. Or if you have insomnia and you've tried everything that you can to improve your sleep hygiene and nothing seems to be working, it could possibly be due to some bad memories that your subconscious mind doesn't want to sort through during your sleep, so it just avoids sleep altogether, even if you don't remember your dreams. So this all sounds really scary. The subconscious mind can lead to so many bad things. So what can we do about it if it's subconscious? Well, just because it's not at the forefront of your mind doesn't mean that you can't tap into it. By quieting the conscious mind through things like meditation or even going to hypnotherapy, you can actually bridge the gap between your subconscious and conscious and bring those memories and thoughts to the forefront so that you can then heal from them. Things get pushed from the conscious into the subconscious through repetition. It's the same way that you have to study your notes for school over and over again to get it stored in your long-term memory so that you can pass a test, or the same way that commercials program into your mind to get you to want to buy a product. Repetition will store things in your subconscious mind. So you can use this to your advantage by doing things like positive affirmations to rewrite your limiting beliefs to things that are a little bit more kind to yourself. Music plays a huge role in this too, so if you're constantly listening to songs about how life is so terrible, life's gonna be pretty terrible. But if you're listening to like Successful by Ariana Grande, you're probably gonna be feeling like pretty good about yourself. And you can even consciously affect your unconscious thoughts through things like the Wim Hof Method, which uses breathing exercises to enable the body to withstand freezing temperatures and boost the immune system, all through the power of the mind. Learning about the subconscious mind can be one of the most powerful tools you have to affect your physical and mental health, as well as steer your life in the direction you want it to go, and even attract the kinds of people that you want into your life. All it takes is a desire to learn about your subconscious thoughts and a desire to heal them. You have to shine a light on the demons that live inside your mind if you want to live a harmonious life. And it's honestly really not that scary once you do it. It's just taking the first leap of faith, the first step into it can be a little bit daunting. But just channel your inner Gryffindor. Who doesn't want to be a Gryffindor? After all, as we've learned in this, your beliefs kind of affect your reality, and so if you actively tell yourself every single day that you're a brave Gryffindor, you too can be a Gryffindor and face your subconscious fears. If Harry Potter could choose to be a Gryffindor, I'm pretty sure that you can too. Okay, maybe he didn't choose to be a Gryffindor, he chose not to be a Slytherin, but like, close enough! You can choose your house if you want to. You can choose to become more brave. And I think really the only fear that you have are not the fears that live in your mind, but the fear of getting better. As backwards as that sounds, that's a whole other video topic. I'll be making more detailed videos on all of these topics, so please subscribe because I know you want to learn more about the unconscious mind, how to uncover those beliefs and heal them once you become aware of them. So thank you so much, you amazing soul, for taking this time to increase your knowledge about your well-being. I'm sending you all of my love because you deserve it. Bye.